Kellogg's is an interesting one. So one of the most striking things I saw at this Senate hearing was a box or a bag of Fruit Loops in the United States and Fruit Loops from Canada, and the food dyes. Then in the United States, we allow red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1. And in Canada, those are illegal. And so the difference between American Fruit Loops and Canadian Fruit Loops is striking in terms of how it's going to affect a kid's brain and how much more addictive it's going to be because it's so much more colorful, harkening back to the fruit from our evolutionary history. You guys are doing a protest at Kellogg's, right?
Yes. Yeah. The time we're recording this, we're a couple days away from our Kellogg's protest. We have over 1,000 people that have RSVP'd to show up. So hopefully they do, and they bring even more. And we're going to middle of nowhere, Battle Creek, Michigan, to walk from a park, march from a park to Kellogg's headquarters. Not only will we have around 1,000 people marching, God willing more. And this is, all walks of life, moms, their kids, just Americans who are tired of our food being poisoned. And we're going to walk up and hand Kellogg's a petition with over 200,000 signatures from American moms demanding that they remove BHT and artificial dyes from their cereal. Now, hear me on this, because I'm getting a lot of these messages and I'm like, you guys are missing the point.
Right.
Because they're like, Alex, who cares if they take all that stuff out? Like, you think people should eat Fruit Loops then? I'm like, no. But the point is, you are going to have people that really do not know, any of this type of health information that we do. They don't have access to it or whatever, and they're going to eat the Fruit Loops anyway, okay? So shouldn't we just make it a little bit better for American kids? Can we all just agree that bare minimum, American kids deserve the better quality that Kellogg's, by the way, is willing to give kids all around the world? So what's really sick about Kellogg's is that in America, they are making one batch that uses paprika and all these very natural, turmeric, things like that to color their cereal, and they are shipping that out to every other country. And then also in America, they are making their toxic sludge cereal for American children. And when we asked them at first, why won't you make these changes? Kellogg's response to the food babe Vani Hari was, well, your American children like this. They prefer it. And so Jason Karp, who is the founder of Hugh Chocolate, he was speaking on the Senate panel, and his point was, sure, of course American kids are going to prefer these Fruit Loops to these Fruit Loops, just like they would prefer cocaine to sugar.
Of course.
So the point is that the adults in the room are supposed to be caring for those kids who are not capable of understanding what BHT and artificial colors can do to their brain and their bodies. We need to be the people to be standing up for them, and so the least we can do is remove these ingredients, especially if you're already doing it everywhere else. It's not hard for them to do.
Junk food is a Pandora's box for children. You can't open the Pandora's box of Skittles, Fruit Loops, Tricks, and a million other things and expect a kid to make a good decision. The dopamine systems in their brain are just not well developed. We have you just don't have enough consciousness and self-reflection to make those decisions until we're later in life. And so that's crazy that Kellogg's wants to justify it with that adage that, kids prefer it. Well, no shit, they prefer it. They'd probably like it more if you put some actual cocaine in it or a hard drug.
And what's really cool is that we have had Ellen DeGeneres speak out against Kellogg's now.
Wow.
We've had all three Kardashian sisters, Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney, have all posted in the last couple days.
That's incredible.
Calling out Kellogg's, saying, Kellogg's, what's going on here? Why won't you do something? And Kellogg's has been completely silent. So we've been like, hey, before we show up there, you willing to make any announcements? Nothing? No, absolute silence. So what is their plan? We don't know, but we're going to go. We're going to show up.
That's so interesting. Do you know the story of cornflakes?
No.
So Kellogg's cornflakes were developed in 1896 in Battle Creek, Michigan at the Battle Creek Sanitarium. So in the late 1800s, psychiatric patients were sent to a sanitarium. This was a psychiatric institution. And John Harvey Kellogg was involved in this. And the reason they were developed was to decrease the male libido. To decrease.
Oh, masturbation.
Yes.
I do know this. The cornflake masturbation link.
Yes. Yes.
Of course.
Yes. So this is crazy. This is real American history that cornflakes were developed by John Harvey Kellogg to essentially be so nutrient depleted that you have less carnal desire, that you don't have as much of a libido and you don't masturbate. So what happens to both men and women when they eat meat? We have a libido, a healthy sexual drive, right? Because of the unique nutrients in meat. But if you give someone cardboard, obviously the essential equivalent of cardboard with a cornflake, you deplete them of nutrients, and it helps quell the libido. This is all connected with Seventh-day Adventist sort of religious dogma, but that is the original story of cornflakes. And I've told that story on social media, and the post got taken down as misinformation. Yeah, actual real history.
They do not want you to know that the cornflakes are meant to prevent masturbation.
So say that when you go, you know, like,
okay, I'll say that again. Oh my gosh, I should say that with my little bullhorn at Kellogg's. Did you know? They don't want you to masturbate.
they want you to eat cornflakes and not have any sex, you know, like they're anti-sex.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's hilarious. I forgot that. I'm going to have to tell that at a dinner. We're doing like a dinner the night before, all of like the health people that are going, and I'm going to bring this up.
It's so crazy. So thank you for that work you're doing. I'm super excited about that.